What up? I'm Dale Ranchero and thank you for clicking on this video. This is my November 2021 haul video. This is going to be a little special because I did some manga shopping in two unique places. In November, I went on a little random road trip to Phoenix, Arizona to visit a friend, and I did some manga shopping there. And I also went to San Diego Comic-Con exclusive edition. That was my first Comic-Con, and it was really freaking cool. Alright, so starting with the hauls, we're going with the deluxe edition of Hellsing. I decided to go ahead and pick up volume 2 and volume 3 of the deluxe editions. I got this on Right Stuff, taking advantage of sales and membership. I completed this. I look forward to reading it, and it's big, it's red, and I look forward to reading it. These next three I ordered in October, but they didn't make it to me until November, probably because I did a pre-order, and that is Razor Blades. This is a horror magazine in the comic book format. These are pretty cool. I do have volume 1 on my iPad, and I've read some of it, and it's really good. I really enjoy like anthologies and like varying stories. I got these because Shintaro Kago is featured in one of these. I picked up volumes 3, 4, and 5. Really enjoy these covers. Everything about it looks great. I think it's by a bunch of fans of horror, and they're kind of just doing their own thing. Yeah, they're just putting them out in these cool comic book horror magazines. Definitely, if you're into horror, I suggest you look into it. I would love issues 1 and 2, but those are already sold out and they're already like double in price. Next is a Junji Ito that I bought in November, and that is Cat Diary. I did not have the other version, the paperback version, so I am happy that they came out with a big glow-in-the-dark edition. Yeah, I am a cat owner and I like Junji Ito's work a lot. So this is Cat Diary Yanin-mu. It looks fun and kind of a little demented, but it's not really horror, but it is by the
master of Japanese horror,
Cat Diary. This next one is an exclusive from Barnes & Noble. That's Steins Gate, the complete manga hardback. I have seen the anime, but that was a while ago. There's some time travel elements. So yeah, I just thought I'd pick up the manga. It's complete edition, so I like it when it's just like a quick pickup. And I do remember enjoying the anime, so I thought I'd just pick up the manga. This next one I'm slowly collecting, and that is Happiness. This is volume 3. Yeah, I have not started reading this. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and slowly collect it, and once I get it all, I'll binge it. I heard it's a quick read, horror leaning, so I'm into it. Decided to put it in my collection. I think my girlfriend would like it. I really enjoy these covers, and that's by Shuzo Oshimi. Happiness. This next one I have read the first 2 volumes of, and they will be in my November reading log, and that is Delicious in Dungeon. I picked up volumes 3, 4, and 5. This is a series I am really enjoying. It is goofy. I like that it is dungeon crawly. I have played Dungeons and Dragons. I enjoy the little hero group. They have a great chemistry going on. There's just a lot of fun stuff going on, and it's cool that they're just eating these monsters. And there's like fun stats in this book. I enjoy looking at the backs because they kind of preview what they eat, and
it's kind of cool. Spoilers, whoops.
Delicious in Dungeon is kind of more on the lighter side of things, doesn't take itself too serious. It's just a lot of fun. This next one I've been slowly piecing together. One of these volumes are from Comic-Con, and that volume was half off, so I thought that was really cool. I decided to start picking up Inuyashiki. I have seen the anime. It was a while ago, but I really enjoyed it. The anime's art is really good, and I have started reading Gantz, so I thought I would pick this up. I like sci-fi a lot, and I look forward to completing this. It's not a very big one. I've picked up volumes 1, 2, 3, and 9 in November. yeah, looking forward to reading that one, building on my sci-fi collection. This next one I'm kind of collecting like I am happiness, and that is Blood on the Tracks. This is volume 3. Have not started reading this yet. I think I'm also just gonna build up a bunch of volumes and binge it when I'm ready. I don't want to start too many series so I don't have to like keep having to like try to remember what I read. Why not some psychological horror? Look forward to reading this. It's another Shuzo Oshimi book. Just collecting that one right now. This next one is another fun one. I have read the first volume of it, and it's one of those where you just laugh out loud, and that is Way of the House Husband. I picked up volumes 4 and 5. This is a really fun series. I really look forward to collecting this one, just like laughing at it, just reading it sporadically. There's some great art in this. There's a lot of fun character stuff, like there's a lot of great facial expressions. I like the cat that's in this book. Yeah, just really enjoying this. Gotta have, just kind of balancing the dark with the light in my collection here. This next one I picked up at a book off, and that is Tenjo Tang. I don't know how to say it. The spine caught my eye at the book off that I picked this up from, and then I flipped through it a little bit, and I really enjoyed the art. I like action. There's some supernatural stuff going on in here, and there's some fan servicey stuff going on in here. This is explicit content up in this piece. I look forward to reading this and seeing if I like it. Might pick up the rest. I heard it was good. I picked this up on sale on a website called Comic Relief, and that's Captain Commando. This is volumes 1 and 2. This is, I guess, like a nostalgic pickup for me. I used to play this video game. It was on sale. It was like half off, plus they had a code for like a little bit more of a discount, so I thought, why not? Because I'd just gone through their inventory and just kind of looked at what they had, and there's some other stuff that I picked up. Maybe we'll bump into it, but yeah, so I picked up Captain Commando because it was one that stuck out to me. These next two are going to be manhwas. I picked up Solo Leveling 3. I have been enjoying this series. I think I'm going to let a few volumes build up before I start continuing, just so once again I'm not like having to remember a bunch of storylines, so I can just binge through stuff more. But I do enjoy what's going on. I really liked what was happening in the first 2 volumes. I look forward to reading this one and seeing where it goes. I also picked up Breaker. Picked this up at Right Stuff to kind of fill out an order and fill out that shipping. Heard good stuff about this. I do enjoy action and like fighting manga, so I just decided to put this part of my collection. One fighting manga I would really love an English physical of, and I think a lot of people would, and that would be Holy Land. I've been thinking of doing my own self-print on that.
We'll see. Anyways.
In November, I also picked up Zom 100. This is volumes 4. I like this series. I don't expect too much out of it. I like the horror. I like the art. So I'm just picking this up. Once again, I'm going to build up a few volumes and then see how it goes. 4, this cover is so poppin'. This next one I really look forward to reading one day when I complete it, and that is Hell's Paradise. These covers are so awesome, and the spines are great. This is volumes 4 and volumes 11. I believe this is the most recent one. I just really look forward to reading this one. It's one I've been collecting for a while now, just pieces of it coming in. I do have volumes 1, so now I just have 4 and 7 and up. So I'm just kind of filling it out, just slowly, being patient. One day I will own it all, and one day I will read it, and I really look forward to Hell's Paradise. These next 3 I picked up at a Bookman's in Arizona, Phoenix. That was the first time I'd been in there, and that is Crying Freeman. I did pick up a volume of Crying Freeman last month, and I found 3 more volumes of it. These are perfect collections, so these are like stories complete in itself, and this one is Crying Freeman, The Killing Ring. Crying Freeman, A Taste of Revenge, and this is Crying Freeman, Shades of Death. These are interesting books. They're very actiony, revengey, fan servicey. Let's go ahead and read the back of this. An exotic, erotic tale of murder, sex, revenge, and tender love. A Japanese artist is abducted by the 108 dragons. 108, not 99, 97. No. This is 108 dragons. And they're a Chinese crime syndicate. They forced the artist to serve them as a master assassin. His codename, Crying Freeman.
Because he silently weeps each time he kills.
Okay. There's apparently there's a live action movie, because on the back there's a dude, and that's Crying Freeman. So this next one is one I decided to start picking up. Just because I've heard so much great things about it, and I've also listened to the Manga explaining episode about it, and they speak highly of it, and that is Spy Family. I picked up volumes 2, 4, 5, and here's my 6 from Half Price Books. This is the first volume of Spy Family I bought. I was in Half Price Books, and I had to come out with something, so I picked this up. Even though it was like new, but it was still $2 off. Started my collection, and then I have already picked up 3 other volumes on back order, and I do also have 7 on pre-order. So yeah, decided to pick up Spy Family. Heard some great stuff about it, so picking it up. This next one I am very close to completing. I'm just missing 2 volumes, and they are in the mail. This one I found on a horror list. Really looking forward to reading this one, and that is Dragonhead. I don't hear much about this one. There's a few videos on YouTube about it. This is by Minetaro Mochizuki, and let's go ahead and read the back.
The end of everyone was just the beginning. Returning home by train after a class trip, Teru Aoki takes a most frightening ride inside a mountain tunnel. When the train derails, nearly everyone on board is killed. Amidst the bloody carnage, Teru discovers 2 survivors, but salvation is far from their grasp. As they try to dig out of the wreck in order to come up with a plan to stay alive, the lack of light and food combined with the stench of death and decay will lead one member of the group down a dark and demented path. And with sudden violent earthquakes shaking the tunnel, escaping to the outside world may lead them to an even greater danger. Yeah, really looking forward to reading this. It was on a list of recommended horror manga, and this is volume 1, 2, 3, 4 is in the mail. This is volumes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is in the mail, and 10. So this is another horror one that I wanted to have in my collection. I did pay a little bit over cover price for it. It's out of print, and it's kind of harder to find. So I picked this up on eBay. There's a few other volumes that I picked up on other places. One of those places is a Canadian comic store, which had a volume in stock. If it wasn't for the expensive shipping, it would be like really awesome deal. But to me, it's still worth it than giving in to a scalper price, because it's still coming from like an independent comic shop. So that's Dragonhead. The author of this next one passed away recently, and so I just kind of saw these at a book off and decided to pick them up. I got some Golgo 13, some spy stuff. This is volumes 12, 11, and 8. Those were all still sealed. It looks like these are all self-contained stories. It says on the back there are 13 volumes of his greatest hits. So yeah, that's kind of cool. That's Golgo 13. These next 2 I picked up on my Arizona trip, and that is One Punch Man, volumes 5 and 4. I'm now just missing 1, 2, and 3. It's nice to find these used on my adventure in Arizona. This next one I decided to pick up because it is from the artist that did Lychee Light Club, and that is Usumaru Furia. I really enjoyed that art. I did say in my reading log video last month that I enjoyed the art and I would like to look more into his stuff. Decided to pick up Ginkaku Picasso. This is kind of a supernatural art manga.
This is volumes 2, and this is volume 3, the final volume for Ginkaku Picasso. Let's go ahead and read the back of this so I can get a clip. Ginkaku Picasso. When a finely drawn line can change your life. Having cheated death, Hikaru Hamaru must save himself by using his artistic abilities to help others. Hikari Hamaru, nicknamed Picasso because of his natural artistic abilities, survived a horrible accident. But his friend Chiaki wasn't so lucky. Suddenly, Chiaki appears in front of him and tells him in order to keep living, he must help the people around him. Can Hikari save people with his sketchbook and 2B pencil? Interesting, supernatural. I did go to art school. I'm just curious to see what this is about. It's a supernatural art manga by a very interesting manga artist. And we are winding down. These next 3 I picked up in Phoenix at Drawn to Comics, and that is Hinamatsuri. This is volumes 5, 7, and 9. I have started reading this. This will also be in my November log. I'm enjoying this series a lot. It is a lot of fun. It is funny. When I saw these random volumes out in the wild, I had to buy them. This next one I heard about in October because it is more on the horror side, and I started reading this too, and that is Miroko-chan. This is volumes 1 and volumes 3. I really wish I could find volume 2. That one's already on back order for me, and I have 4 coming in, but I enjoy this series. It's really interesting. The ghosts are really well drawn. Like, I really enjoy the horror aspect of this. There's some weird fan servicey stuff that happens with these girls. This is really good. I didn't think I'd like something like this, but I think the ghosts are what really get me in the story of those ghosts and how she can see these ghosts, but she's trying to ignore the shit out of them. So yeah, this is one that I really enjoy having in my collection, and I look forward to getting more. Here is one of my Comic-Con pickups. I only really picked up 2 things from Comic-Con, and one of them was Inuyashiki. This one was cool to pick up because it is by a really awesome artist, R.I.P. Kentaro Moriya, but this is Gigantomachia. Yeah, I was super stoked to find this at Comic-Con, and it was half off cover price, so that was super solid to buy it. The art in it is great. It is one I wanted in my collection. He's got a few more other books besides Berserk that would be cool to have. But yeah, I was excited to find this out in the wild and put it in my collection. This next one, I am just randomly picking it up. This one I got off of Right Stuff actually, and that's Drifters volumes 4. This is volume 5. I found this at Drawn to Comics when I got Hinamatsuri. And yeah, I'm just picking this up if I could find it. Now I'm just missing 1 through 3, which I believe are the harder ones to get. This next one is one that I'm slowly collecting, and it's ending soon, but that is Ajin. This is volumes 9, and this is volumes 10. I really like these covers. They're very vibrant, and I really enjoy the story. Happy to collect them, and adding 2 more to my collection. This next one is another one that I'm just slowly collecting, and it also ended recently. This is volume 7 of The Girl from the Other Side. Yeah, really enjoy this one. Haven't started it yet, but I'm just collecting it because I enjoy the art. And the last thing I have is Mao volume 2. I have read volume 1. I did enjoy it. Just collecting this one for now, just going to let the volumes build up and binge it eventually. And there you have it. That was my haul for November. Not as big, but it was more of an adventure to collect this stuff. In November, I went to Phoenix, Arizona. It was a random, spontaneous kind of thing. I have a buddy who lives in Phoenix. Shout out to you if you're watching this. We decided to kind of meet up because it had been a while, and he'd been living in Arizona for a little while now, and I just live in California right next door. Phoenix is about 5 hours away from San Diego, and it was a quick trip for me. I like road tripping, so that was like really fun for me. I was happy to get in a car and sit there and listen to music and sing, listen to podcasts. I did listen to some manga splaining. But yeah, overall it was a quick trip. I just stayed there for the day. I stayed the night, but we were able to just drive all over the city. I kind of made a list of places I wanted to go. I wanted to definitely hit up the 2 Barnes and Nobles that are in Phoenix. One was in Mesa, the other one was in Phoenix proper. I haven't been to a Half Price in a while. I used to live in Indiana and I remember them being there, but so with Half Price books, they had some manga. They definitely knew what they had because they had some books behind a shelf and they're priced a little higher, and those were like initial D. I saw that. I saw a lot of Red Rivers. Where else did we go? So we hit up Half Price books. We hit up a couple comic stores like Samurai Comics, and we also went to Drawn to Comics. Both of those places had manga. I had to hit up Barnes & Noble. Actually, I hit up 2. There was one I hit up in Mesa, and then I also went to one in Goodyear, Arizona, which is just right outside of Phoenix, and that one's really good. I would suggest if anyone's around that area, go there. Yeah, they just had a really big selection. Like a lot of stuff was there that was harder to find at the time. A lot of the Jujutsu Kaisen restocks were coming out, so those were just like everywhere. Yeah, that place seemed like they knew what they were doing. We also went to a couple of Bookmans, and those were pretty crazy. They reminded me of Book Off. There's just a lot of stuff going on. They definitely had manga. There was one that I went to that they definitely knew what they had because they had certain volumes like locked up and priced really high, which is a bummer. I can't remember a lot of them. I wish I was comfortable taking videos, but at the time I was just kind of excited to be with my homie, and I bought him his first manga, which was I Am a Hero Omnibus Volume 1. He has already read it, and I'm probably going to send him the rest because I've already read it also, and I'm happy to kind of share that with him. But yeah, overall it was a really cool trip. I like road tripping, and it was fun to just shop for manga in a different city that like I didn't know much about. He hadn't gone to these places either. We like literally were all over Phoenix. But yeah, that was a fun trip. And then after Thanksgiving, San Diego Comic-Con happened. It was a special edition, like a light edition. Definitely wasn't as big, but it was still cool because it was my first Comic-Con. Yeah, I've been outside of a Comic-Con, but I've never really got inside. So this was really cool. I worked a booth for my company, and so I got to experience like a rush. It was really cool. We had an awesome booth. They let me walk around eventually. I was there I worked on Saturday, and then I walked around on Sunday. There was only one place that had manga there, but they definitely had like a lot of anime stuff. It was really cool. It was just like a really cool experience. I was definitely overwhelmed. I didn't take too much video. Yeah, it was really cool seeing like really good cosplay in person. Yeah, just like an overall great experience. I can't wait to go to a real one. I'd like to go to more cons now that I've kind of been in that environment. I just want to check it out more. So yeah, that was just like a couple of places that I got to pick up some manga for my November haul. Obviously I did some right stuff, went to some Book Off, hit up some Barnes and Noble, got a couple eBay orders in here, some other indie comic stores that I did pre-order for. Yeah, so there we go. I look forward to December's videos. I'm gonna do a collection video this month. It is December already, and it's also my birthday month, so maybe I'll spoil myself. I do want to visit family on the other side of the country, so maybe I'll do like a road trip across the country, hitting up bookstores. I don't know, it could be fun. But yeah, I do love road tripping. So yeah, looking forward to that collection video, reading logs. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to you. Hope you enjoyed that video. November was kind of crazy for me. Happy to have this hobby to kind of take myself out of things and kind of be creative and use my brain a little differently from how I use it at work. But yeah, thank you so much and stay safe.